Good evening. It's Wednesday, September 17th, 2025, and it's time for Danimal Stories, sponsored tonight by Smiling Dan, too, of course. He's probably in the stream. Please fan him up if you haven't already. And tonight's animal story is just 3 days old. This just happened the other day. So it is news. What the heck? Here's the headline. Escaped emu entertains Cape Cod residents in two-town escapade. Escaped emu entertains Cape Cod residents in two-town escapade. Dateline Sandwich, Massachusetts. Here's the story. Cape Cod residents snapped photos, shared videos, and traded Liberty Mutual jokes as an emu who had escaped in Marston Mills Farm enjoyed an hours-long escapade Sunday afternoon. Friendly emu Walter, that's the emu's name, had likely been spooked and jumped 2 5-foot fences at Old Homestead Farm while his owners Joan Spiegel and Russell Gimaraco were at a rodeo event in Rhode Island. Our emo escaped from his farm and is out having the time of his life, said Russell's son, Nick, as he searched for the bird. I got a text message, followed by a phone call and more text messages that the emu Walter had escaped from the farm. The huge flightless bird native to Australia and the second largest bird in the world behind the ostrich can sprint up to 30 miles per hour. Walter quickly crossed town lines, made an appearance at Holly Ridge Golf Course, and finally sauntered into the Baroness Sandwich Yard as neighbors shared the bird's whereabouts on social media. My husband sent me a text and said, "There's an emu in our yard with pictures," said Allison Baroni. And I was like, this is so fake. This is ridiculous. Her husband called the police, and Nick, the son, arrived, ready to capture his family's feathered friend. It took a little chase, and I gave him another hug and just plopped him right down, Gimaraco said of apprehending Walter. My dad was like, yeah, and he was tackling him, and there's feathers everywhere, said an amused Annabelle Baroni of her father, relaying the bird takedown over the phone. A grateful Spiegel joined them shortly thereafter, leashing a tired Walter and planting a kiss on his long neck before Russell walked the large bird into his trailer for the ride home. I was just hugging him, Spiegel said of reuniting with the bird. He is actually relieved. He's not normally super cuddly, but now he has lost his confidence a little. Walter suffered minor injuries, likely from wandering through thick brush, but his family had feared much worse, that he could have been hurt by a coyote or a car. I'm glad he was found safe, little Walter, Baroni said. Maybe not so little. Spiegel, who had been planning to put an Apple AirTag on Walter to track him just before his escape, said she would be putting one on him now once they got home for sure. And there is a picture of Walter the emu on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Aww. And that is the Animal Stories for Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. Fan up Dan if he's in the stream. I'm quite certain he will be. And we'll get back to the best music on you now in just a minute.